Starheart, the show is yours whenever you're ready.
Let's circle around to our wonderful cast of players and do an introduction of the characters that they will be playing tonight. Let's start off with that.
Right. I guess I'll go first then. I renamed the character. I forgot what their name originally was. I don't know if that matters, but originally they were Helenoid or something like that. But I renamed her Tove, who is a Stormbringer. Oh wait, hold up. Tove is a noble and a Stormbringer who carries the banner. I don't know how to pronounce that. Argon. Yep. From what I can gather, I know a little bit of history. I got a little bit of lightning and a whole big gun. So, yeah. Now you guys have to decide who needs.
What does your character look like?
Woman. No. Let's see. I didn't scroll too far down to the second page. Just
there isn't no descriptions on the character sheet of what the character looks like, because figured that everybody would end up changing the character, so they don't give us any actual description or give us any pictures for the characters.
Yes, I was just wondering if I was just checking the equipment to make sure if they had any certain armor or something that would show up. But yeah, I guess since they are, she is a noble, so I guess I'm picturing her with some, I guess, like nicer clothes. Maybe.
As for armor, she wears a breastplate and she has a shield. If that's what you were.
There we go.
Now
I see it. Yes. So, let's see. I don't know what an Argon is, but I'm imagining it's like her colors are like green. So it's just like it's got like a green breastplate, and like her armor's kind of like this, kind of like a brightish green with like kind of like little gold accents, and she's got a yeah, I guess we'll make her like a, trying to think of a random color. Looking around, orange. She has like bright orange hair, and blue eyes. But yes, and so yeah, she's there, and I believe she's. Yeah, she kind of just looks quizzitively at everybody as she looks around to the rest of the group.
Cool. My character is Lazul. Now, she serves the legacy of Foros. She is a young Maasai woman of, mid 22, you would guess. She has short cropped hair, dark skin, is usually smiling, and she likes to wear a lot of traditional Maasai clothing and so forth. Her steed, her bike, is all painted in, bright yellow with little cheetah spots and everything like that. She likes cheetahs and impalas and stuff like that. And she has those symbols and everything like that, along with the symbol of Foros all over her gear and everything. And, she's just kind of inquisitive and quiet, and likes to listen quite a bit, more than to talk. But, she's just kind of sitting and seems, somewhat, I wouldn't say bored, but kind of anxious, especially if she doesn't know you guys.
Anything else said?
Guess not.
All right. I'm the last. I am Sir Leonard. My character basically carries the banner of Beryl, but he is a jovial juggernaut who plays a deadly instrument. He rides around the land with his lyre, which doubles as a firearm, and he sings hymns and plays the lyre, spreading faith and bullets everywhere.
Oh, neat.
You pluck a string and bullets come out.
Got sort of a chiseled jaw, long auburn hair, mustache, and knightly, but also very much a musician in his looks.
There you go. So where are we? What's the scene? What are we doing?
Okay, so the scene is you're a member of the Order of the Gunslinger Knights, warriors sworn to protection of Sankara, a world plagued with storms that birthed monstrous elder horrors. As a knight of the Order, each of you carries a personally crafted mystic gun, as well as your steed, a handcrafted motorcycle that you crafted yourself, individualized and cared for as if it were a living beast. Your current mission is to ride to the hamlet of Carmarthen.
They just threw a bunch of letters at a spreadsheet, and you're like, "That's a name."
Mash the keyboard. That's the approach I take.
Yeah, which sent a message requesting the orders look into irregularities in the area. No additional information accompanied the request, but no request for aid is ignored, however vague. Your patrol is assembled from knights available in Castle True, which houses the largest force of the Order of the Gunslinger Knights. Castle True is in a tiny sub-realm atop an interdimensional crossroads. To reach Sankara, you must ride the stair across souls, as you've done a couple of times before to fight the horrors besetting the world. So now each of the orders ends up having a bastion on Sankara. So besides having personal quarters in Castle True, you also land up having personal quarters in the bastion that's landed up upheld and landed up held by your specific order. Before you ride out, is there anything that you specifically want to land up doing in Castle True before you ride out? Give orders to your page. Give orders to your squire. Squire land up purchasing anything. Is there anything that you guys want to end up doing in Castle True before you set out onto the stair across souls to land up reaching Sankara to address this call for aid?
Got him.
Since each of you has a squire and a page.
Yes, I have something. I'll go approach my squire, young Barnard, ask him to get some fuel for the journey. Make sure my bullets are stocked up as well, and I'll let my page know that I'm heading out. Short, chunky boy named Thomas, and Ask him not to play the drums on trash cans with his tools. He's studying music, and he needs to play it properly and respect his instruments and his tools.
Anyone else want to do anything in Castle True? Address their Squire and Page, you'll end up purchasing anything in the castle, end up doing anything before you head out?
Well, I probably just want to keep stocked up on supplies, such as ammunition. I'm going to bring a small amount of food and water with us, just in case we need it. My character is, very much all about the survival angle. And if we end up being kept longer than we should at least have, I don't know, I can't get out of the D&D dungeon mentality, but, having some iron rations and some fresh water with us, just in case we need them, would be a good idea. As far as weapons go, we're all kind of gunslingers. So I just presume I'll have ammunition of some sort for that. Do we have any other kind of weapons other than, say, pistols?
You are playing.
If not,
It should be listed under attacks on your sheet.
You have your blessed weapon is a light pistol. You have a hand axe and you have a combat dagger.
Okay, can I swap out my hand axe for a javelin and an atlatl?
Sure. Sure. You can end up doing that. And what is a atlatl? What is that?
An atlatl is basically just a club, but it's a club that has a depression on one side of it. And what you do is you take a javelin or a spear or some sort of other weapon. You can even use sling stones, and you put it in the depression, the end of it, the butt of the javelin into the depression on the atlatl. And what you do is you basically launch the javelin with the atlatl. It essentially increases your arm length for purposes of leverage, and it lets the javelin fly further and with more accuracy. You have to be really skilled how to use it, but it's a traditional weapon of the Maasai, and I thought it would just be kind of a cool bit of flavor. I would say it would do about the same as an axe. I'll use that.
Yeah, when you end up using a javelin, using that, the javelin does 4 points of damage. If you use a javelin is a normal way, then the javelin does 3 points of damage.
Okay, that works for me. And honestly, that's all for me. Hopefully, I'm not forgetting anything.
Okay, and no orders to your page or your squire?
Do they accompany us?
No, usually the page and squire on a mission like this with the undefined parameters of what you are facing, they would end up staying at they would end up staying here at Castle True, or they would end up staying at a bastion if you were ending up heading out from a bastion, from one of the bastions.
Good. The thing is I didn't want to have to babysit them. If we're going into something dangerous, I don't want them to get hurt. I'm just going to tell them to stay behind, stay at the ready in case I reach out to them. Just want to make sure that their needs are attended to before I leave.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
go ahead.
my 60-foot battle mech. I'm definitely going to bring that one. Okay, I'll stop. I'll let you continue. You were about to say something.
How far of a ride
serious.
was it?
The ride on the staircase is probably about a day.
Okay.
Probably about a day's ride
All right.
from on the staircase to land up getting to get to the point that it lands up reaching Sankara.
Okay. So yeah, we'll just make sure to have some rations, mess kit, and the like.
I guess I tell my squire just like, oh no, the only name that's popping in my head for my squire is Joplin. Be like, oh Joplin, load up the whatever my bike is called. Hold on, I saw it here. Where is it? Stormfire. Load up Stormfire with the good history books. I need some light reading as we're going, and load up some snacks. and then I look at my page and it's like, because I have like a bunch of history skills in here, so I'm just like, I tell my page, who oddly enough was named Paige, it was like, you were born for this. Go out and get me some more books and reorganize it in alphabetical order, backwards, and maybe forward, depending on how long I'm gone. And yes, I'll allow you to read half a book. And yeah, that's all they tell.
Okay, they get to work on it. Time passes by, they've finished lining up, putting on the supplies that you requested onto your bike and refueling your bikes. Refueling your bikes. Is there anything that you want to land up? Is there anything that you want to purchase, or anything that you want to land up doing inside the castle before you land up heading out?
So when we're going, what was our mission? Are we just kind of going out? I think I missed.
You're headed to the hamlet of Carmathan because they've requested assistance from the order to look into irregularities, whatever that means, and they didn't give any further detail.
Okay. I guess during that time.
And since you are the newest group of actual newest group of actual people to ascend to landing up having your knighthood, of course it's assigned to you.
Okay. I think I would purchase, if we don't have one already, maybe like a map of that area, if that's something that's in this world.
Yeah, you can end up purchasing a map.
And then I guess like also just with that, I guess like tools, so that way like writing utensils, so that way we can mark if we need to keep track of where irregular sorry. It's a hard word. Yeah, and then I guess sunscreen.
Can't go wrong with sunscreen.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I guess I would bring that, and then maybe, now that my brain caught up to what we're doing, I think I would also ask the page to get like maybe like a tour, like a dummy's first visit to where we're going book, like top 10 tourist spots to go to. So, but yeah, that's all I got. I can think of.
Okay. So what else are you doing besides getting the map?
Is there like I guess like scholars or someone there that I can maybe like ask for like information of maybe like best route, or like maybe things to be aware of during our travel, to make sure that we don't run into like any surprises and are kind of have a safer ride there?
Well, on most aspects, most aspects, the stairs land up dropping you off on one of the trade paths or within short distance of one of the trade paths, which is what they end up referring to as the roads.
Okay.
Roads on Sankara, and then you just follow the roads. The only real thing that's been reported is the occasional harassment lands up going on of raiders landing up hitting people on the trade path, or land up knights land up encountering something that's beyond their path, beyond their strength of land up handling. So you'll end up encountering. So there's a possibility that you'll encounter actual on the trade path a burial site, or land up a site of a battle, and we'll end up finding knights that have fallen. Generally, the population, except for if they're land up going out to land up traveling between a city to land up doing between civilization points to land up doing trading, or to land up moving farm goods. Generally, the citizens land up staying in civilized areas because of the high aspect of raiders and the high aspect of creatures lining up, being out and about in the blasted plains, which is where Carmathan is located at.
Would I be familiar with the blasted plains?
Yeah. You would. You as being a native of Sankaran, you would end up having some actual understanding of the planes of growing up. Your people end up are more down in the area that's land up the Dead Springs and the Weeping Cliffs area is where your people generally land up are most well known for, and Carmathene and Old City are to the north, and you do end up knowing about that there's a library that is further north than Carmathan. There is a library that ends up being tucked in one of the cave systems north of Carmathan.
Cool.
I guess I'm ready to head out. Are you?
Of course.
I'll say a quick prayer before I go.
You can
And
pray to
then,
me. I'm joking.
I'll pray for you.
Oh, I need it.
Okay. You head out. You head out on this. Head out on the stairs.
Pray to you, Lord Set Typhon. You know, as long as it's not that, I think we're okay. You know, if it's that guy, I'm just gonna keep an eye on you.
The stairs is basically pretty much a road that's made out of transitioning aspects of the color spectrum. So there'll be points when you end up traveling on it that it'll be darker shades if you travel on it during night. If you're traveling on it during the daytime, it's brighter shades of the color spectrum. But it's always a differential coloring shade that you would never end up actually. That it would take actual effort to actually end up driving off the side of it. So it would take effort. You can clearly end up telling what is the staircase and what is actually not the staircase. What is actually not the staircase. You've driven on this several times during your years as being a squire and during your trials as to end up getting ready to be a knight, so you're very experienced with traveling on it. Traveling on the interdimensional path. The road spirals down. Spirals down, spirals down. So clearly, as you end up writing it, you end up seeing you start to see the actual Zenkara surface end up starting to phase into reality as you travel down the road. You
cool.
Must be the place.
So you reach the bottom of it, and the world phases completely into actual disposition. Phases into disposition. You'll end up arriving just about maybe about a bike's length off of the trade road. So it just takes a little bit of moving over, and you're on one of the trade roads. You'll end up seeing red hills lined up all over the place. The red hills is a feature of this area of it. The hills are bare of anything but tough grass and chest-high red shrubs, and the wind's constantly lined up hitting it, and you hear the howling of the wind as it winds up streaking across the land.
I'm pretty used to this kind of environment,
Mm-hmm.
and I know to keep my eyes peeled. Paying fairly close attention to the shrubbery, because anything can be lurking there. And I'm just gonna, just travel along, but just kind of keep my eyes peeled. For anything looks, a little bit out of the ordinary, and if necessary, I'll investigate.
So you're planning on staying on the trade path, or are you going to end up? You guys are planning on staying on the trade path, or are you planning on lining up, seeing if you can end up getting to on top of one of the mountains to end up taking a more bird's eye view of things?
Well, I was kind of considering that. You said it was kind of flat here, but are there mountains? There are hills for us to?
Yeah, you're traveling between the mountains. It's a pass.
Okay.
It's a pass.
Gotcha.
There's hills around you, and some are bigger than other ones.
Yeah. It would probably be good instincts to get somewhere high so we can get a vantage point. I'll offer to go up and do a little bit of scouting up there, and then I'll whistle to call everybody else up if the coast is clear. I'm just going to if it's a valley, which side of the valley is a little higher? Is it the left or the right? And what's the climb look like? Could I get my bike up there?
Oh yeah, you can get your bike up. These are hills. Some are just a little bit bigger than other ones. So yeah, you can get your bike.
Okay. So is that cool with everybody else?
Yeah. If you wanna scope it out, if you see anything of interest, you can call us up.
Yep, I trust you.
All right.
I'll keep an eye on the road though while you do that, just in case anyone comes along.
Okay. You get up the hill, and when you reach the top of the hill, you'll end up finding a camp that has three nights of each of the three dead knights that are lined up scattered around the camp are of the Wayfarer, Stormbringer, and a Juggernaut. They're dead. They've lined up have the crows or coyotes or some other animals have been lining up feasting on them. So they have been dead, and so has their squires are dead too.
Yeah, that's quite sad. My character just says a little prayer under her breath. And I'm first thing that I do is I start examining the scene. I start looking for things like traps, tracks, keep my ears peeled. Whatever hurt them might still be around. If not, there could be scavengers.
Do you signal your compatriots, or are you going to end up doing some looking around first before you alert the rest of your?
Well, I was actually I was going to make sure that the coast was clear before I gave the coast clear signal. So that's the reason I'm scoping this place out real quick to make sure that they're not going to be walking into any kind of danger. That's essentially what I'm doing. It's just, once I've confirmed that everything's clear, then I'll go ahead and call them up. Or at least that was the plan.
Intelligence check. Difficulty is. I'm just gonna do difficulty numbers instead of doing difficulty difficulty steps because everybody except for me and Dirt are new to it. So that would be a difficulty 12. Do you want to end up using easing that any by landing up using point from your intelligence or using experience points, or land up using edge to land up ease that, but the difficulty would be 12.
Okay. I'll use a little bit of intelligence just to gather as much information from this useful information that I can from this scene. So, does that reduce my difficulty to 9?
That would reduce your difficulty to 9, and you would take 1 point off of your intelligence. Am I running that right, Dirt?
If it's effort, you're gonna do what? 3 for the first rank of effort minus your edge, if you have any edge in that stat. I think each additional
I do
rank
have
of effort
an
is
intelligence
2.
edge,
Okay.
but I'm not exactly certain what that means.
It's a discount when you're using effort or using abilities, basically. So if you put effort in and you have an edge of 1 in that stat, you'll subtract 1 from the amount that you lose.
Okay.
So you'd be losing 2 points of intellect to do it.
Hmm.
Yeah, you do have to balance your stats as a resource in this. They're both your health and your way of putting in extra effects.
Okay, I'll sacrifice 2 points then.
And if you get attacked in melee, the health comes from the might first, and then it goes across to speed and then intellect as you run out of things. So
Okay, I don't know how to roll this. This is going to be a D20 check.
correct.
Yep, it's a D20.
And your goal is to hit a 9 or higher.
Are we going to be under dice games? Is that where I roll dice?
No, you end up roll dice on your own accord.
Honor system.
Oh,
Honor system. You should know this by now. That I end up trusting the people that I play with when I run.
oh, well, I rolled a nat 20 just now. That's incredible. Oh my God! If I could only okay. Let me go ahead and roll some dice real quick.
Yeah, I've been in campaigns with a guy that fudges his rolls sometimes. We know he does it, and we just kind of subtract out what we think he's fudging it by. We're used to it. We let him have it in a sense, but in a sense, no.
You're only
I
writing the story
got-
for yourself. Go ahead. Sorry.
I got a result of 11. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. You don't see anything out of the. You don't see anything that's like triggering off an alarm, other than the EtherTech Falcon that the Wayfarer. Obviously, from the factor of it landing up hovering, or of it landing up sitting and landing up trying to land up getting the Wayfarer to wake up because it doesn't register it. But the EtherTech Falcon that's land up trying to wake up the Wayfarer, well, the one that you assume is the Wayfarer. You don't see anything out of the. You don't see anything that lines up as registering an alarm or alerting you that something's unusual going on.
Well, that's good.
So, are you going to end up bringing your compatriots up?
Yeah, I'll give them the signal.
Oh, there she goes. We ride.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What was the signal? Oh, we're
Sound of
going.
a dying giraffe.
Hey, you! Come on up here!
I don't think that was the signal.
Good enough.
Okay.
Vroom.
Oh my God, you guys!
Alright, I will, Yep.
We go up.
Fire up.
Oh. And then I guess we see that group of the group of people down there.
Yeah, So are you guys gonna roll a perception
Yes.
or investigation? Investigation if you have investigation, or
I'll
perception.
just roll my straight intellect for the perception.
Would that be in skills? Like if I have like investigation or perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Are we under skills, intellect?
11
11 on my part.
I just have it. Yeah, I don't have anything, so I guess I'll be doing intellect as well.
Okay.
Most things we do will just be straight, that stat.
I rolled a 13.
Okay, you
Nice.
notice that each of the knights have been covered with a shroud, but you notice that there's a little oddity with the shroud, that the shroud is kind of pulsing. The shroud of the Wayfarer, which is the one that's the closest to your closest to Lazul, is landing up pulsating and is kind of landing up moving closer and closer and closer to him. But every time that he looks in the direction of the Wayfarer, it stops moving closer to him, and it stops moving. But as soon as he looks away, the shroud is moving closer to him.
Lazul, keep looking at the Wayfarer for a second, and I do have a skill called Basics of Magic. Could I do something with, like, to see if I can figure out what this is going on?
Yeah, you can roll that. Your difficulty would be 12.
Well, let's see. I did watch a video on how to play Cypher, and I'm like making sure I don't think I have any special abilities that will help me lower that. So let's just.
And you are considered specialized in. You're playing the Stormbringer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're specialized in it, so that makes it that your difficulty is 9. Because specialization lowers the difficulty by 1 step, so your target number is 9.
Okay. Just realized this isn't marked specialized, so it's all good. All right, I will roll my die. Oh, I got an 11.
Okay, you land up believing that it's possibly one of 2 actual creatures. One is the Sankaran version of a mimic. The other one is a Sankaran version of a shroud. They're both not friendly. They both would have no issue landing up making the 3 of you snack.
It's I guess with that information, I'll relay that over and just be like, oh shoot, I blanked on Terakeet's character's name.
Azul.
Azul. Yeah, I'm just like, Azul. If you want, it should be okay to shoot it.
Oh.
Or
so I
it.
walk very slowly away from it. And...
So, question, dear Lazul. Do you accept this GM intrusion, or do you end up saying no to it? GM intrusion, you get an experience point, and you can hand an experience point to someone else in the group. If you end up refusing it, there's no harm done.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and accept this intrusion.
Okay, so who do you give the other experience point to?
Do I have to decide that?
You get 1 experience point, and somebody else in the group gets an experience point when the GM does an intrusion.
Okay, why don't I give both of my experience points to my my compatriots? Because I'm not going to play favorites.
No, you get 1 experience point, and you hand 1 over this another.
Have to play favorites.
We can just quid pro quo it. It's no big deal.
Okay.
Run this together.
Mm-hmm.
They'll hit you back.
I'm going to give it to the Juggernaut this time.
Yeah, it was the Juggernaut.
I'm kicking him out of the Discord.
Okay, before you get the opportunity to take an action, a shroud envelops you in it, and you start actually landing up suffocating.
Oh well, that's.
It envelops you and lands up envelops you before you're able to take the action of being able to shoot your gun at it, it envelops you. And you start suffocating. So what are your two compatriots doing?
I hadn't noticed it until my fellow knight pointed out that something was moving. I had been dropped to one of my knees in prayer for the departed. But now my eyes are wide open.
They're wide shut now.
On hearing the words "okay to shoot it," my eyes are wide open, and then I've witnessed this.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were praying.
It's all right.
Let's see. Would my check would it let me know if shooting it would it harm Lazul?
No, the encasing is strong enough that you could land up shooting this thing, and it won't land up. You won't land up having the risk of. Now, if you took out your knife and started stabbing it, yeah, there's a chance that piercing or a stabbing weapon could land up being able to pierce through it, but the gun bullet won't land up.
Okay, yeah.
Gun will damage it, but it won't land up actually causing Lazul any actual damage by doing it.
Yeah, Dirt, if you wanna, I'll let you go first.
Yeah. Can we do we roll some initiative versus these?
Yep. Roll initiative. You too, Lazul.
Is that just a straight roll as
I
well?
ain't rolling shit.
Unless you have a training in it, it'll be under speed if you do.
Let's see.
All right, then.
Oh, lovely. I
roll
rolled
straight
an
roll.
8.
I got a 7. I'm not much better.
I rolled an 18.
There you go.
Why
That's
can't
nice.
I roll this well when
fitting.
I'm running games?
Oh, you know. Don't worry, if you run this, you don't have to roll a thing.
I did learn that.
There you go. That's the cool thing about the Cypher.
So what did you
I've been
roll,
looking forward
Lazul?
to this for a while. Oh, I rolled an 8 for initiative.
Okay. Well, our intrepid Stormbringers first.
Yeah, I guess
I'm probably last.
I pull out my shotgun. It's like I just said, shoot it, and I'll just point. Let's see. I have a blessed shotgun. Let's see. I was where'd it go? Let's see. Blessed shotgun. It's short range, two-handed, and can fire one-handed. But the attack is hindered, so... Alright, so yeah, I go up with holding it safely, and, yeah, I just, I fire at him. Or fire at, the blanket. So... Okay, and there's nothing I add to this, or... Unless I'm doing, like, a special ability, correct?
Right.
Okay.
And the difficulty is 12.
12.
Unless you end up wanting to end up doing something to end up ease that target number, but the difficulty is 12.
I'm checking. I don't think I feel like my character is more of an intellectual, so I'm not seeing anything that's allowing me to lower it in combat. So I'm just gonna
You could use your speed if you want, like throw some speed points in to get some accuracy or damage.
Oh, cool. That'd be...
Oh, is that what the edge is?
Edge will give you a discount on that. Yeah.
Oh, that okay. I was remembering. Yeah, you can spend. Was it like 3 points to lower it or something?
Yes, minus any edge you might have.
Okay. So I have edge 1, so that means that if I would only have to spend 2 points of speed since I have 1 edge to lower that.
Correct.
Yeah, I think I'm moving fast. there. So 15 minus 2 would be 13. So then what am I trying to hit now?
That would bring it down to difficulty 9.
9. All right. Here I go. Of course I say, why do I roll well? I rolled a 4.
No.
And I was like, oh, blast it.
All right. Well,
And then just for turn economy or action economy in combat, is it just like one action? Or
yeah, it's one action.
okay. Well,
Thank God.
That's all I can do.
Yeah, moving requires a speed roll. Like if you're gonna move and hit something. So
Okay.
and you might not get to move if you fail the roll. So
Fun.
So it is now Lazul's. It's now your turn. What are you trying to do? You are currently enveloped by a. You are currently enveloped by a shroud.
Okay. Yeah, basically a cloaker has me enveloped. So,
Yep.
question. Does my bike come to me if I call it?
Yeah. Say that you can call your bike for whatever degree of help that might actually end up being. I'll end up saying that yeah, you can end up doing that since you handcrafted the bike. That part of the landing up using the silver metal from the silver throne that's used as part of the process of crafting your bike, that you can call your bike just like you could a horse.
That's cool. Actually, I have questions about that I was going to talk to you about later. But, so
Yeah,
if I
part of the aspect of that makes your bike different than regular bikes is that part of it is actually manufactured from some of the actual metal from the Silver Throne, which is this big, huge, giant throne that occupies the King's Chamber in the Castle of Truth. That also lands up being some of the metal used in your blessed weapons too.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So I might have some javelin tips made of that. So question now, when I communicate with my bike, how do I do that? I mean, do I have a radio? What I'm trying to do is I want to call the bike to roll over this thing. I don't care if it rolls over me too. I want this thing to hurt and maybe let me go. So
You
essentially
just
what I'm
have
going
to
to do is
concentrate. You just have to concentrate on your bike, and your bike will take action.
okay. You know, I'm concentrating. If you need me to,
It's a difficulty 12 unless you end up wanting to do something to ease that. Roll. It's difficulty 12.
And this is an intelligence check?
For attack, it's might.
Might? Okay.
Because you're ending up doing your bite, so that would be might.
Okay. So I was going to make a check to communicate, but since that seems automatic, I'm going to roll my bike's might.
Under normal aspects of Cypher, you would land up rolling for it, but this is a one shot, so I'm not going to get all prickly about land up dice rolling for things that are going to minorly land up having an influx in the game like that. I'm not going to make you roll for it, but in a normal Cypher game, you would land up rolling. You would land up rolling for it. But this is a one shot, so I'm not going to have you I'm not going to end up being dice mania and go dice mania on the dice rolls.
Fair enough, and I appreciate that. So my steed rider. So I was looking for stats for my steed. What would my steed's might be?
No, you roll your for the blessed steed. You roll. You lined up are rolling using your own stats.
Oh, fair enough. That makes sense. So I have a might of 13, and let's see. I have a pool of 13. If I burn, I want to burn 3.
Okay, so you're gonna lower it from 12 to 9.
The might that I'm looking at is I'm showing 13.
No, might is the skill check. Is the skill check a skill check?
Pretty much, like, I think
okay.
it's like a pool of points you can use, and then like spending those points will allow you to decrease the target number that you're trying to surpass.
Right, and it was 12.
Mm-hmm.
So
then, I think if I remember from the video, and Dirt and Starheart, you guys can correct me. It's like you spend 3 points to lower it from like whatever tier it is to the like from whatever 12 is to 9, unless you have an edge, and then you take that.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you have like an edge in might, you would subtract what you pull from that.
So you would wind up losing 2 instead of 3. 3 from it.
I'm gonna have to spend 3 because I don't have any edges under might.
Mm-hmm. Heard I just
so 14.
14. Okay. It's a bite. Let's see.
The bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I'm Steve. I'm trying to see what the actual classification your steed is. Give me a second. Okay, you end up having a heavy steed, so I'm going to end up rolling that's would end up being 10 points of damage. You would take 5, and it would end up taking 5. So you took 5 points of might. Right there? It's might. Might is the damage. Right?
Physical damage always starts at the left at the might.
Oh, that makes me down to 5.
Speed goes down via poisons usually, and intellect is usually mental attacks and the like.
Yeah, so you took 5 points of damage.
Okay. So on top of the 3 that I spent, that puts me at a current of 5. So, yeah, but I was
it's 5 points of damage, and then what's your armor rating?
If you have armor on, you'll subtract. Your armor is damage reduction in this one.
1. So, if I have an armor of 1, I just took 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Yep.
That's not so bad. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for reminding me of that.
Yep, edge in your armor will save you a lot of grief. It's true.
Okay, so
Who's next?
so that would end up meaning that it's your turn, Dirt.
All right.
Throw
Take
your
out my
bike at him
blessed
too.
lyre. Now I'm going to use my blessed lyre, and well, this thing looks like real trouble. I'm not sure how tough it is, so we have the ability to put 2 levels of effort in at this point because we're tier 2. I'm going
At
to.
this point in time period, it lands up before you take an action. It spits out Lazul, and it's trying to land up moving away very slowly.
All right.
The scene doesn't land up having. I mean, it is capable of moving, but it's not capable of moving very fast. So.
All right. In that case, if it's already in fear for its life, it's taking the full blow. I'm going to try to move. How big of a distance is it? Is it short? Is it a immediate distance from me? Like 10 foot, 50 foot, that sort.
It lands up moving. It has a movement speed of 4.
All right. So from me, it's
4,
about
so-
15 or so feet.
So it has a movement speed of like 4. So it would land up moving like 4. It would land up moving 8 feet.
Okay. So it's about
It
8.
moves about 8 feet. About 8 feet between spitting him out and landing up moving. It landed up constructively moved 8 feet.
All right. In that case, I'm not going to waste a shot on it if it's already in fear. I'm going to give chase and stab it with my short sword. If I remember right, I'm going to have to roll a speed check. Got to hit a 12 on that, and then if I make that, I'll be able to also stab it. Otherwise, I just make it to it, but don't get the action to stab, right? So,
Yeah.
let's give it a roll. And I hit an 11. Alright, I closed distance, but I don't have it in me. I wasn't fast enough to also get my weapon out and attack it.
Okay, so.
Maybe
Okay, I'm not gonna have people roll initiative again. The creature landed up took action at the same time as you do. So back to you. So it's back to you. You, Payne, of what you're doing.
Let's see. Can I guess can I just go and help Lazul to their feet, or like kind of get them back up? Is that something I can do?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna rule that doesn't require a roll.
Alright.
That you're just able to end up doing that, since
It's just like, come on.
I mean you're still in combat range, but you're not in actual threat. So
yeah, I guess I'll I guess if I put that up and help her up, and then I guess like brace my shield like between the us and the creature. I don't know if I'm taking too many actions. But if I can only help pick them up, then I'll stop there.
No, you can do that.
Okay.
You can end up being able to do that.
Okie dokie. Now, I do have a question, because I do have a special ability called Worthy, and it says when I successfully help a creature or make to avoid an attack in combat, I regain 1 point in a pool. Would that?
Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna.
Yeah, this would. So you regain 1 point in whichever pool you wanna.
Well, I only use speed, so.
Recovered.
Yep. Okay. But yeah, I'm just like, Catch your breath.
You wouldn't have done it if you hadn't got a reward.
Yeah, so I was like,
Sorry.
get your footing, man. Or woman. Woman up.
Yeah. She grins. That was totally on purpose.
Yeah, that's
She's kind of laughing at herself a little bit. You see a crap like across her face and shoulder, what looks to be fairly angry tire-shaped impressions. Matching her bike.
At least your tires aren't bald. You don't need to replace your bike tires.
So anyway, and of course she's looking around for the thing. But anyway, I'm not trying to interrupt your turn.
That was pretty much my whole turn. I was saying I was gonna help you up and then kind of give us a little defensive edge with my shield, so that way it doesn't, just in case it decides to jump back on you. It's like, since I can tell that you're hurt, so that's pretty much all I'm planning on doing.
Okay, so what are you doing? Lazul?
Okay, my bike is right there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's printing with the entire aspect of that reminds you perfectly of the kitty cat that got to end up doing something that it's been wanting to do, but is not been able to ever do. That your bike is very much purring with the with happiness.
Well, I'm going to flip onto the bike, and then I'm going to run it into that critter.
Okay, you're getting on your bike and you're going to use your bike to run it over?
Yes, in one smooth movement.
Okay, difficulty is 12.
Okay. I'm going... Look at my character sheet. I'm going to burn 6 points of speed. I want to make sure that this one works. Well, so 3 points for a bonus, right? I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get my head wrapped around.
Yeah, if you have edge, that lowers the cost by 1. So if you have edge, each point of edge lowers that cost by 1. So instead of 6, it would be 4.
Okay.
If you have a point of edge in...
Well, I'll just spend 2 points of speed. Because I do have an edge for speed. So I'll just spend the 2 points.
Okay, so your difficulty is 9.
Difficulty to 9?
Yep.
1 point of effort.
Oh, you spending a point of effort?
Yes.
Okay.
The stats. Yeah, effort is when you spend the stats. That's called effort.
Yeah. Then roll your dice. The difficulty is 9.
Oh, 7. I got a 7.
Oof, the bike wanted to hit
You
you.
missed. You missed. You missed.
Oh my god. Okay.
You end up getting right up to it, and you end up hitting just the perfect right rock that ends up sending your bike right over They land up in the air right over it.
Did a rad jump.
Yep. You landed up. Yep, you hit a rock with enough force that it landed up actually caused you to skip right over it. So, Dirk, what are you doing?
Did I miss the bike when I was flipping onto it? I'm just trying to make sure I'm not like under the bike, right?
No, you're not. You're not under the bike.
Rolled completely over you before. Out the other side. Alright, I'm going to I'm gonna stab this thing with my short sword now that I'm up on it.
Okay.
It's a light weapon, so I've got it'll do 2 damage, and I have an asset for light weapons. If I recall, like everyone that swings light, that's the trade-off for not having good damage. So it's 1 step easier to hit.
So then your difficulty's 9.
Alright. Die rolls, and I have hit a 12. So
you hit.
Damage to it. 2 damage to it minus whatever armor they have. I figure it's afraid. I may as well. That means it's got to be close to death. So I just try to.
Actually, you killed it. You killed it.
I had a feeling. If it's fleeing, that means to press the advantage.
Yep. You killed it. You landed up killed it. So it is dead.
All right. Am I close to an? Actually, no. Am I close to another one? Is there one within like immediate reach of me?
No, the other. There was no. The other shrouds seem to end up being the average ordinary shrouds. It was only this one that was.
All right. So
was replaced.
No problem. Then I won't have any more actions. I have successive attack, so just in case.
Yeah. So what do you guys do? So what do you guys do now that you're done with the?
Can we see
with the attack by the shroud?
Can we see what crests are on the fallen knights? Like if they are part of our banners or.
Yeah, they're Gunslinger Knights. You can't tell if they're which yeah, roll an intelligence check.
Right.
And you got Gunslinger history, right? If I remember right.
Yes, I have history of Gunslinger Knights.
Yeah, that's a specialization, so that will be a difficulty 9.
Right.
Roll.
Oh, that's a 16.
Oh, hey.
They were writing their home bastion is Orin. It is the Order of Orin is their home bastion. Is the bastion bastion flag that they're lining up, covering is one of the actual I'm blanking now. One of the actual
bastions or keeps.
One of the actual bastions, but they're actual the nightly guard that they're wearing is lined up that they're part of the Orin, that they're not just raiding out of the bastion, that they are lined up that's their actual home, home bastion.
I would like to search for their blessed guns, make sure that these get returned to the castle or to the bastion, whichever may need them. Can I roll an inch for that?
Yeah. Also, Also, you recognize also that one of them that has had the one of them, the one that was lined up a snack for the shroud, lined up had his had all of his nightly all of his nightly attire removed from all the symbols associated with Thorn, and all the symbols associated with the Gunslinger Knights is gone off of his body.
So
And you can tell that it was torn off, not removed by the shroud landing up making a mistake. That you can tell that this was torn off of his body.
What about the others? Do they still have their stuff with them?
They still have their order, and they still have their secret weapons. And do you have tracking?
Not in my specialty, but I would like to stash all these things to bring back. The Order's going to want these back.
You can
Well, you have tracking.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I've got tracking. So
okay, you can roll a d20, d20 difficulty 12.
all right. See, I already took a little bit of dex damage earlier with my stunt. I'm going to play it a little conservative. I'm just going to do a straight roll against 12. Kind of burning through my points quickly here.
Yeah, your points will come out of whatever pool, whatever the ability runs off of. When you put effort in, it'll come out of that pool. Like that. If you were putting effort, you'd put the int points in instead. Or if you're moving a rock or something, you'd use your might points if you're putting effort.
Right.
So.
I rolled a second 7 on my d20 roll, so
You could burn an XP to re-roll also.
yeah. I burnt effort earlier, and I'm not sure. I just thought it was a difficulty reducer.
It is, but a total re-roll you can use XP. It's both your leveling resource and re-rolls.
Yep, and each of you without a GM intrusion lands up have 10 experience points.
Yeah, they're there to use. So you could, if you want, use one of your XP up.
I suppose I'll do that, and that'll take the difficulty down to 9, or
You just do it as a re-roll because you've already
It would
rolled.
be a reroll. It's the same difficulty of 12. It's just that you're re-rolling the dice.
okay. It's a cocked 17.
Alrighty, you'll end up seeing two separate paths. One is a series of bikes, which you can tell end up going around the corner of this rock, and there's another set of 3 bikes that end up heading down the other side of the mountain from other side of the hill from where you landed up road here. That landed up road down the mountain. The 3 that land up move behind the rocks, you're assuming is these 3 fallen knights, and you have no idea of what the 3 other bike tracks what they're associated with. You're assuming that they're possibly another group of knights maybe.
Are theirs here? Are their bikes still here, or are their bikes missing?
You don't see their bikes. As I said, you see tracks that will end up having 3 sets of bikes. The bikes, one light, one medium, and one heavy bike that will end up moving around the rock around the rock. And you see another set of 3 bikes, which is all heavy bikes that will end up going down the mountainside
I think first and foremost, what do you think of going and getting back their bikes? 'Cause these should not be in the hands of someone else.
So do you move around the rock to end up seeing what those tracks were?
Don't agree? This travesty shall not stand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You move around.
And we need to get those bikes back.
Yeah, let's mount up and I will.
While those 2 are moving around, you end up noticing that 2 of the Payne end up noticing that 2 of the knights will end up having actual letters that are end up sticking out of their little satchels that are next to their bodies. You notice that there's 2 letters that are end up sticking out of it. What do you do?
Was it me that noticed that, or I didn't hear who?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess
you.
I was about to ask this very question as well, if they had any like notes or anything on them. So I was going to. I guess I'll pull them out and read them through.
One letter is lined up from a knight commander that you've never heard of. You're assuming that it's somebody from their home bastion, or maybe some like person from a person that's a knight commander that's a field operative that never lands up actually approaches HQ, that approaches either True or approaches one of the bastions. And that one is basically asking them to look into irregularities around the hamlet of Carmathan, which oddly lands up matching up with the handwriting of the letter that you were showed when you got this assignment. So obviously, the person that wrote this letter is the same person that landed up asked knights for assistance, and then the other one lands up being clearly written. It's clearly written by a knight errant, so somebody further up the command chain of the Orient Order, because there's a whole bunch of Orient Order symbols on this one, and it lands up basically surmising what's lined up on the letter that's relevant to what's going on with you guys. Is keep your eyes out for the outcasts of Lythia and the Blue Knight, which have both lined up gone rogue. Rumors suggest that there's a secret key lies somewhere along the northern rim of the blasted plains.
I'll say that pretty much let them all in, and it's like, it looks like we're dealing with some rough characters here that went rogue.
And Lythia is one of the bastions that specifically into studying magical arts, studying ether tech, studying the clockwork tech that's naturally native of this area. That's basically what they're known for. Known for, and you know this because of you, of course, being a Stormbringer. So you would know this.
great shame that they bring upon themselves.
As you land up rounding around the boulder, you land up seeing the 3 bikes, which you notice that the fuel tank of the bike has been removed, and the silver chair core has been removed from the bikes.
Just for parts. How terrible.
But bikes, as well as lined up. There's nothing in the saddlebags on either. There's nothing in either of the saddlebags on the bikes, and tires have been shredded. With bullet holes.
That makes me mad. That's not okay.
Desecration is just all too much.
Let's put these. Let's give these
Agreed.
knights and their steeds something to rest before we go on. It just seems the
Their
right
camp
thing to
shovel
do.
at the site. Like, I assume they have something that they dug the fire pit out or any of that.
We'll put them under the shroud we just killed.
No. Wow.
Yeah, nah, it's, or like if there's like enough like loose rocks or something that we can just, or like loose
You
dirt.
know its history. Could you figure out if what the funeral rites for this order are? If they need a pyre or just burial, or we just take the skulls?
Yeah, would I know that, or would you need me to roll?
What?
What the funeral traditions of this order would be to honor them.
Gunslinger Knights just not have normal cross. There's no specific traditions.
Right. So we can just bury them as is and leave up a cross or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We'll get out the camp shovel from their gear.
They know we
if there's
will
any.
return for them.
Yeah, we'll give them these poor brave souls the burial they deserve. And then before we leave, a quick funeral dirge.
So then I'm guessing that what are you doing with their blessed weapons?
All the blessed weapons that I found are going to be packed away and brought back to the castle with this news of their demise.
The Stormbringer was lining up wielding a heavy warhammer. The compatriots, the Stormbringer was the one wielding the warhammer. The Juggernaut was lined up wielding
Chat
a
requires
shotgun.
assistance. I'll be right back. Sorry.
So the cat, I love it.
Shotgun and a shotgun was the blessed weapon, and lined up an axe. And then the Wayfinder was lined up wielding a pair of daggers and a pair of and lined up wielding a pair of light pistols. Were his secret weapons.
Wouldn't feel right to use their sacred weapons, but the mundane weapons are fair game, I guess. And the sacred weapons I'll wrap up in one of the blankets before we bury them, and bring those back later.
Okay, so and the tracks that are leading off lined up those 3 bikes that were leading away from this campsite. They were headed towards Torment Baron.
Well, that's our lead.
That's where they were headed, which is where you guys were headed to, anyways.
Yep.
We probably prepare ourselves. It seems like there's some No, wow, words. Chicanery. Chicanery? There's some trickery afoot. These two notes look very similar. The one that their task and the one we were given, so we'd probably keep just be aware of any threats.
Okay, you end up heading to continue on your way to Cormanthon, then?
Yes. Yes. With Lazul in tow on autopilot.
His bike saying sorry.
As you approach, you smell the char of smoke in the air and of lined up burnt flesh and of very charred animals and livestock and of fruits and vegetables in the air as you approach the hamlet.
Does it appear to be on fire, or any smoke? Any new smoke?
From your approach, all you can end up seeing is the heavy smoke in the air. I mean,
Right. This may be actively burning.
If there is something burning, clearly it's producing smoke, or if it was recently put out, it was ended up put out very recently, so it still ended up has heavy smoke in the air.
All right.
Quick question. I also have, is Sankara the name of the world? Or
Yes, Sankara is the name of the world.
Because I have history in that as well. I was just like, I kept looking at it and I didn't have a moment where I can ask if that's...
Yes, Sankara is the name of the world.
Okay. So we smell burning. Sorry, my brain got very distracted for a second. Burning. Do we say burning bodies or burning?
Yeah, you smell burning fruits and vegetables and burning bodies and burnt smell of animals and the burnt smell of wood and buildings in the air. And it's thick smoke. It's thick black smoke. So it happened recently. It's not something that's faint in the air, but it's very heavy in the air.
Shall we see if anyone needs help?
Yes, that could be our priority. If any are still living, of course we try to find them and help them.
All right, let's go in, shall we? Yeah, we'll drive down and I guess we'll
drive
carefully.
I have navigation. Specifically, so
it's straight ahead of us within sight.
So basically, as you head into the town, you see a winding path that lands up heading up to a multi-story that lands up leaning off into the far distance that you can end up seeing that is carved out of the stonework of the mountain that it's built into of land up a multi-story building, which you landing up being a Stormbringer, you immediately are able to recognize that that's a library building. You end up seeing broken homes that are land up were recently on fire. You see land up dead bodies. Some of them land up being dead. Some of them obviously town scarred or townspeople that tried to fight whatever attacked the town.
Are the tire tracks that we were following still go into this town?
Oh yeah, they head off to the library.
That's where we shall go.
They already done a great sin, and they can't do more to
and
books.
as you end up continuing to land up looking, you see a handful of other corpses litter the scene, and you see cattle-sized, glistening slugs with cobra-like hoods around their heads, lining up feasting on the corpses.
Hate this to refocus.
You being a storm, you landing up being a Stormbringer, you end up knowing these as the horrific creature creature known as cobra slugs. You notice that there's some that are dead. You see some that have been landed up blasted by, obviously, Gunslinger Knight ammo and blessed weapon, and torn apart by blessed weapons. And you see some that are still alive.
I guess we make quick work of these and then we go into the library.
Yeah, let's be quick. We already lost life. We can't lose knowledge.
And if there are any survivors, these things would pick them off quickly. Go quickly for a slug.
So what are you guys doing?
Well, Zul's just laser focused on the target. That's.
I guess how many of these are alive? That should be the question.
Mm-hmm. There's some that are alive.
How many though? Do we have that we can see?
There's 2 that are alive that you can see.
I guess another question is, like, do we feel threatened by them if we keep going towards the library, or if we don't, I guess would we know if, are they aggressive if we leave them alone?
They tend to be the type that if they're hungry, they'll end up attacking anything with a pulse, anything with a pulse. If they're land up seated, or they're land up in the process of devouring corpses, you could land up walk up to them and land up stabbing a torch right into the. You could land up stabbing you could land up stabbing them with a battle axe, and they wouldn't even acknowledge your existence.
How about this? Why don't we just go by them, and if we spot them making aggressive movements, we'll take care of them.
All right.
That sounds fair.
They don't seem to be the threat unless they decide to be.
All right. We'll ride past.
She pulls back a little bit. She was prepared to go through with it, but she doesn't want to do that now.
Yes. We'll drive past them, and unless they make any aggressive motions, we'll keep going towards the library.
Let's do one at a time. I can go first, just in case. If they are hungry, you can back me up.
Okay.
I'll go out ahead.
They seem to be. They seem to ignore your. They seem to ignore your presence. They're completely focused on food presented in front of them and not paying attention to their surroundings.
Then I will I'll motion for the others.
I'll go next.
Okay.
I guess I cautiously look at them.
There we go. I think I've got my focus back.
Right on.
The camera was acting up.
It was scared.
Okay. So, as you move towards the library, you notice that the wind is increasing as you end up traveling, and you notice that it's hard packed, and it's steep, and it's winding, and as it's lining up, becoming more and more elevated, and the road's becoming more and more narrow.
All right.
Yes. We're going like up a hill, or you said?
Yep.
Can we spot like I guess like anything that looks like would be like a trap to catch us since we'd be going?
You see slugs that are lined up munching on town folks as you wind up going up, and as you approach the library, you see some actual slugs that are devouring actual library staff, but you don't see anyone moving until you get to the gates of it. When you end up seeing a woman with a child that's about the age of your pages, lands up having a slug which happens to be slightly faster than the other ones. Other ones lands up, knocks her to the ground, and she throws the kid. She lands up as the slug lands up getting within range to land up being able to. She takes the kid by the collar and just heaves the kid in your general direction.
Whoa. Free kid. Free kid, yo. Alright, seriously,
So what do you guys do?
yeah, we're gonna try to save her, I think. This is actively
Definitely.
This is an active threat on somebody.
So what do you do about the kid? She threw the kid.
I'll try to catch the kid
Okay.
and like protect the kid, and then while we go and try to save.
That is difficulty 16.
Oh.
Alrighty, let's see.
Is there a way that I can assist him?
Totally.
Is there any way that I can boost him in being able to grab the kid? So essentially, lend my effort to his.
Yeah, you can do that. I'll end up consider that an easement of 1, so difficulty 12.
Then if you want to put effort, you can drop that further.
Yeah, I was just.
If you had a big old net, that would drop it further still.
All I bought was a map because I'm a nerd.
The map's not big enough or strong enough to catch a kid. It's the hunch.
Yeah.
It's a good map.
I found the anomaly. It's a child. Yeah, I was just checking just to make sure if there's anything I could do. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna spend some speed to just quickly get there, whisk the kid away.
Okay.
Well,
And you've got XP to burn if it goes south anyway. So.
yes. So what would that be now? So it was already brought.
So that would end up bringing it down to difficulty 6.
All right. Let's do this. I rolled a 10.
You're able to get to the kid, basically pretty much. The mother grabs the kid, throws the kid about maybe a foot where you land up. So.
Yeah, I guess like I grab, like I snatched him out of the air and I was like, "Your new name is Aaron."
It's a girl. It's a girl.
Oh,
Aaron.
Aaronana.
Wow. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna open fire on this thing.
The kid lands up, wraps her arms around your neck and lands up saying thank you.
And like I try to get out of the way from, I guess, the eventual hail of bullets that are gonna come at this thing.
And she lands up laughing when you call her that and goes, "My name's Guinevere. I'm named after a woman from an ancient castle that used to land up being in this land many millennia ago."
So, do we get initiative now? This is the combat.
Initiative.
All right. I'm gonna burn an XP and re-roll that.
Okay.
'Cause that was bad. Okay,
Hold on.
16 on mine now. I didn't want that 5. Just saying.
11.
And I have a 12.
Okay, so
All right, so we're gonna light this thing up. I'm gonna shoot it with my blessed lyre. If the bike comes to a stop, I shoot it with my lyre. I'm going to, let's see. I'm actually gonna go ham on this thing. I'm going to use 2 levels of effort in
if
speed.
you do that, I am going to end up going GM intrusion. Do you accept this GM intrusion, or do you end up saying no to it?
I'll burn an XP to stop it. And I'm going to put one level of effort's going into the accuracy, the other's going into damage. So a step easier to hit and 3 extra damage.
You end up seeing a one of these slugs wind up flying right over your head. It landed up left for you, but it misjudged where you were compared to its velocity, so it landed up flies right over your head and lands about 3 feet in front of you.
All right, I'm gonna roll the attack on the slug now, the one that's on the lady, and I'm burning an XP for that too, because this will not stand.
It's a one shot.
So you're landing up. So which slug are you targeting? The one that
the one that's attacking the lady.
Okay.
And something amazing has happened on the reroll.
What?
Oh,
I do believe
a nat 20, baby.
That is a nat 20. That's big damage.
Nat 20. That's big damage.
That was a medium gun with 1 extra damage because I have combat prowess, and then 3 extra damage from that level of effort I put in, plus the damage for a nat 20. Should be, by my math, that's 12 total before armor. 5 for the weapon.
You win the game, I think.
3 for that, and then 4 for the nat 20, if I remember right.
You've won. Sorry.
You dead slug.
You killed it.
Boom.
You killed it.
Pile of liquid on the ground.
Yeah, you killed it, and you shredded the one that was failed to land up attacking you too. You killed both of them.
Well, that cost me like 3 speed to do because I had 2 edge, so that was worth it.
That's also the reason why I said that you killed both of them.
I appreciate it. That's what we call a major effect. Is there any other one in range? Or, nah.
Well,
These the only 2?
you assume that if one left over your head, there's a possibility there's more that were coming up behind you.
Yo, we should have brought an umbrella.
Okay, so leapt over me from behind. Interesting. Alright, that was my turn.
So do you look behind you, or do you end up...
Well, that was my full action. I've just...
No, you can end up moving your... You're
I can do an immediate distance.
You can...
I'll
you
spin
can
around.
end up looking...
I'll spin around then.
Yeah, you're not actually moving, you're just end up changing your point of view at the location you are. So yeah, you're not in
behind me now.
And you're not in combat. You end up seeing 3 slugs.
3 more back behind us.
3 slugs that are close enough that they'll be within the range to end up being a threat within the next round, and you see at least 12 to 14 that are end up heading up the mountain in this direction.
Oh,
so.
All right. That's bad.
So what do you? So So then, who's next?
I think I am. I think I rolled a 12.
Okay.
I don't know. What did you write? Right. What did you roll, Terrakeet?
11.
I can't
Just
remember
by
what I
one.
rolled because I was flipping my dice.
No, that sounds right. That sounds right. I think you beat him by 1.
Okay.
You beat them by 1. So.
I'm going to pretty much place. Well, I guess I'm gonna ask. Was it Guinevere? Genevieve? Whatever.
Guinevere.
Guinevere.
Yes, thank you. I was like, I remember the okay, I asked Guinevere real quick. It's like, is that woman? Is that your mother?
Yeah, she's my mother. We live in the library. My mother is the cook for the library staff.
We must
And
protect
I
her.
do what I can. I do what I can for what I can do with me being so little.
Okay, and then so I'm going to step off my bike.
And then she says, "Those nasty slugs! They're trying to break into the library."
There they go into a house of knowledge. And so I'm gonna step off Stormfire, and I'm gonna place Guinevere on top and tell Stormfire like, keep her safe, and I'm going to kind of go up and shield the mother, holding out my shield, just kind of as I was doing the one time, I guess, bracing.
Yeah, you can do that. You can tell that she was knocked completely out cold by the blow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to spend 2 might points to use this special ability called Embrace Argonne. I carry the banner of, and for 10 minutes, the teaching of Argonne, fortify and protect me, granting me +1 to armor. And then I can also resist fear or related effects. So let me spend the 2 might, and I'm just going to... I'm pretty much there to just protect the mother. And kind of get it, eventually kind of get her out of the way so she's not in immediate danger. But that's...
Okay,
I feel like that's my full turn of just getting up there and just letting everyone know what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you'll end up seeing that there's a pack of 13 slugs plus the entourage of slugs that are behind you headed towards the library, but there's 13 slugs that are trying to break through to end up breaking through the front door. They're trying to break through the door. They're trying to break through the guard doors. They're trying to get into the library.
And I'll call out.
What would slugs end up wanting in the library? That's kind of an oddity in itself.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I guess I'll call out that information as because I figured that everyone was kind of focused on the being jumped by slugs. Was they're trying to break into the library. But yeah, but that's all I can do right now. It's my turn. Library delicious meats.
Hold on.
It's all the snacks that they keep underneath the desk.
Yes.
Essentially, what my character does is make any observations of any sort of hidden threats, any things that wouldn't be obvious, anything, any signs about any hidden weapons, anything like traps. The main thing that she doesn't want anybody to stumble into. So she's going to spend at least a little bit of effort possibly capital E effort, make sure that there's not anything that we're missing.
Okay, that would be difficulty 12.
Okay. How does that work? Is it just going to reduce the difficulty to 9?
That is with the reduction. That is with the reduction.
Okay.
If you didn't land up reducing it by saying that I'm going to spend points, your difficulty would have been 16.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha. Still getting that.
13, 14, 15. Your difficulty would have been 15, sorry.
Okay. All right. Unmodified roll is 15, right?
Yeah. The unmodified is 15, is 15, and if you end up using effort, it drops it to 12.
Okay. Using effort, drop it to 12. I'm going to spend a point of XP.
Okay. So that'll drop it to 9.
Okay. Another 11.
Yeah.
Okay. You notice that there's like little guard posts along the library path, and you also notice that on the road, even though it's lined up, some of it's lined up covered up by slime from these slugs, you end up seeing definitely the wheel treads of the bikes that you landed up encountered that were headed to here from your fallen Knights camp. And those tracks go in both directions, to the library and then back away from the library.
Okay. I think the tracks are the most. I think that the tracks is immediate information. I would go ahead and relay that to both of you to make sure that that we have tracks directly to the library. What are the nature of those tracks?
They're the bike tracks of the bikes that you encountered at the site of your fallen comrades. It's the same.
So I'm just basically reaffirming the trail that we already had.
Yeah, it leads to the library, and then it lands up swinging and lands up swinging around, and it comes back down from the library. So obviously, these three knights got something from the library, and they took something from the library, and then left the library.
Right on, I'll take it.
So what are you guys doing?
Back to me, or are the slugs doing anything else?
Slugs are focused on lining up. Even the slugs that were lining up moving on your direction, they completely lining up, moved past you as if their entire goal is to end up getting at the library.
Can I do an int to recall anything about these kinds of slugs? That'd be fun.
They're just the normal variety of slugs. There is a variety of these slugs that ends up having two heads that's bigger, that's more aggressive to other life forms.
Alright, I'm gonna ask the lady that we rescued. Your child says you're a cook?
She's completely knocked out cold.
Oh,
She's
I'll try the
non-responsive.
kid. You say your mother's a cook.
Yeah?
Do you have a large quantity of salt? in the kitchen, like a whole bag of it.
Yeah, we have salt in the kitchen.
Can we get around to the kitchen without going through there, through the front?
Yeah, of course. She
I
ends
think
up
we should
walking
go
over
get
to one of the guards towers. Guards towers open the. You see that she moves a couple of like gears and a couple of other things, and the tower opens up.
I think
The
we should
guard
grab
tower
as much
opens up.
salt as we can then. This is the easy way to deal with a slug, I would think.
Yeah, you see that the guard tower winds down, and then there's a passage that leads into the library. So the person doesn't have to physically walk out of guard tower to the library. So you ride your bikes to the library then?
Yeah, if we can get there without touching the slugs, we definitely need to get to the kitchen. So we'll head for the kitchen.
Yeah, you see that once you're in the guard's tower, you see that the little girl's trying to shut the door, but she just doesn't have enough strength to land up moving the door. But she tries to shut the door. She tries to shut the door after.
What?
So what do you do?
Against what?
Trying to close the door.
To shut. Okay.
She just needs a helping hand, I think.
I'm also bringing her mother along. Like, I'm carrying her along with me.
Good thing.
Yeah, you notice that this door is very clearly designed to land up withstanding wildlife, and how thick it is that obviously wildlife ends up getting far more dangerous than slugs, because the wall is easily 5.5, 6 feet. So you help her with closing the door?
Where did it go?
Oh, Dirt's trying to find his die. Dirt down.
It landed somewhere.
You lost your die again?
No, first time tonight. Okay, I'll find it. Alright, it bounced behind me.
Just like the slugs that were hiding behind your character.
Yes. So we push it, push the door closed with her.
Yep.
And proceed toward the kitchen.
Yeah, you proceed into the library. Of course, you end up arriving in the coming out of the library. You see the library. Once you end up getting into the library, it's basically promenade, and then there's the 5 buildings that make it up, plus the actual library building. That's like dead center of it. That obviously this was originally more of some sort of like keep or outpost than actual library.
All right, so those things are just banging at the gates, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh yeah.
All right, anything appear to be moving around inside of this area?
Oh yeah, you see people moving around with moving around with lit torches, and you see people ending up moving weapons around and moving carts up against the door, and you see activity.
All right.
So I was looking at my skill. I got 2 here that might be helpful. I have positive social interaction, which I was thinking like, hey, can we call attention and make like the salt plan or something? The other thing I have is small unit tactics, and I'm wondering, is that something I could use to like kind of like come in here and be like, oh, hold up, and just like start using like, I guess, my knowledge or intellect to help support the defenses to help fight the slugs.
You'll end up. Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, I feel like I come in. I still have Guinevere's mother on my back, and I was like, "What are you doing over there?" No. Well, let me roll, and I guess I'll find out how well I'm.
Find someone who's in charge. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what would I need to roll for that?
You would roll 12, and that would be
quick,
intelligence.
Sorry, a 12 in intelligence? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm burning XP.
Alright.
I just rolled a 5. Oh, it got worse. It's a sign. No one's listening. I guess, like, the waiter was there was just like, I looked at one of you guys, like, they're doing it wrong. They're not listening.
We need to find someone who's in charge. Guinevere, do you know who these people report to?
You would have no clue.
Like, does Guinevere know?
No clue. You see that Guinevere lands up running up to a woman that lands up looking like they're clearly related to each other, except for this woman's about 17, 18 years of age, and Guinevere's about maybe 7, 8. So this woman's clearly older than her. She runs up and goes, Sis, these knights, they ended up saved me, and they saved Mom from those nasty slugs. They are heroes, just like you were before Mom and Dad died. And you see that she ends up hugging her big sister.
Mission
Which
accomplished.
you notice that her big sister is ending up wearing gunslinger armor, full plate. Ends up having a blessed warhammer strapped to her back. Ends up having a shield. It has a shield on her right arm. Ends up having 2 sets of wand swords that are strapped at her waist, and she ends up having a pair of crossbows. Ended up also tied to her waist. She obviously from the scars that you see in the armor that have been fixed, she's obviously been through some deep shit.
Oh, we just lost Terakeet.
You'll have to pull them back in when they come back. Prepare the burp signal. Yeah, let's take a moment while we wait on the bird.
I looked up and I was like, something changed.
I heard the disconnect sound.
I didn't hear the disconnects. I have all the Discord sounds muted. I just looked up at the stream. I'm like,
Yeah, everything's shifted over a little. Or, yep.
well, just Starheart's portrait did.
Yeah.
Terakeet had a personal situation come up so he's not going to be able to continue on with us.
All right.
And he's going to tell me about it later. We're almost done anyway. Anyways, as I told you. Running even a convention adventure, you never get through all of it. So,
I assume one of the cats has a claw embedded in one of the other cats, or something to that effect. With 5 cats, that's known to happen, but it could be anything. So, best of luck to them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's all good. We don't need to tell stream.
No.
Yeah.
So okay. So.
So what are you guys doing?
We'll approach the sister.
We need all your salt.
You see, she ends up pointing to the tower. Pointing to the tower.
Some there.
She's pointing to the tower, and then she, you see, she lands up running and basically pretty much lands up sliding through one of the side doors.
Alright. We'll go and, I guess, follow?
Mm-hmm.
No, she's landing up going out she's going out one of the side doors to the front gate. She's
exiting, period.
Yeah. She lands up telling you where the salt points at the building with the salt. She lands up pulling her warhammer
and heading for the slugs.
And she was lining up heading for the slugs.
All right. I will. All right. Do
you want to back her up and I'll go get the salt?
If we could put her somewhere safe with the daughter and we can leave at this point. I think we can leave her inside here in her daughter's care, and we can go get the salt, lots of it.
Or maybe we can go help defend, and we can ask Guinevere here and her sisters or somebody to go get the salt.
Well, her sister just went outside, so
I thought she had more than one. So.
No, just the big sis.
Okay.
Her sister's outside. If you want to assist her, I can go get the salt and.
She's already been joined by another sister that also ends up looking like she's also very confident in the art of fighting, but isn't wearing plate mail, is wearing chainmail, but...
Alright, so there's a couple of them heading out to the front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make a run for the salt.
Yeah, I'll join you. So that way we can get it faster.
Get two bags.
Just because of the time that it is, and I know that you and Payne both lined up having work in the morning and also family activities over the weekend. I'm just going to fast track this. You get the salt. You end up taking care of the slugs. You end up getting told that a relic landed up got stolen. Landed up stolen by the Blue Knight and her Renegade Knights. A couple of days transpire. You end up tracking her down with a couple of other knights that end up joining you, including one of your sisters. You end up tracking down the Blue Knight. You end up getting the sword back. The Blue Knight asks you to join her. You end up, of course, refuse to because you end up are loyal to the knighthood. Fight breaks out. It results in her the Blue Knight lining up, taking her troops and lining up, shutting the gate on the fortress that they're using. You end up returning the sword. You end up finding out that Guinevere is actually lining up, going to be headed to the Castle of Truth and end up becoming a page. And her older sister is actually lining up going to be a squire. So you get to end up escorting them back to the Truth. Do you return the sword to the library, or do you take the sword back to the Castle of Truth?
I will ask the library if they want, but I will leave them the option to send it with us to the castle.
They suggest taking it with you. That that you guys are better
all right
positioned to protect it.
That sounds good. And I totally threw salt. I totally threw salt at the Blue Knight during the fight. we had a lot. I had to use it.
You return to the castle. You're lining up, congratulated for the good job. You of course wind up witnessing the ceremony of Guinevere and her slightly older and her sister that's lined up just got done turning 12 years of age, lining up being sworn in as a page and lined up being sworn in as a squire. And they are the replacement for your squire and your page, Kane, because your squire and your page ran off while you were
those jerks.
Well, you were lined up away from it. They ran off, and so you end up having a new squire and a new page, which is named Guinevere and Inugwe, which you should wind up recognizing them from a certain lore book.
I should, or
you should. You should recognize those names. They're from King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table.
That's what I thought, but I was like, wait, is this like lore? That's something my character would know? But yeah, okay. I was like, oh.
Your character would know that too, because the knights are kind of a multi-dimensional myth.
Okay.
The knighthood ended up graveled onto when they visited one of the worlds that it was a myth. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you have a new squire and a new page.
I will tell you the ways of knowledge.
my squire is still trying to grow a mustache, and my page got a little better at the drums.
Okay, so anything that you guys want to do before wrap up the adventure?
I'd like to say thank you to anyone still watching. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and thank you, Starheart, for running it.
That is the end of the adventure, and thank you for landing up, giving me the opportunity to land up running for you, and it was enjoyable. It was my first actual time actually running for anybody that was completely new to Cypher. I've always ran for people that were so vexed they were quoting the rules books before I even got spilled out the difficulty. So it was nice. It was nice getting the opportunity to run for a couple of new people, and I know that Terakeet's been wanting to land up playing since 2016. So, and I know that he had a good time. He had a good time. He told me that he had a good time. So thank you again, and if we were continuing this adventure, each of you would land up getting 3 experience points. At this point, this was actually land up a campaign, then this would be where each of you would have gotten 3 experience points.
And the only thing I'm wondering is, like, how is all that supposed to be done in one session? Or do we just spend too much time with slugs?
Convention adventures are if there is a way to run it in the convention time slot of 3 hours, I have not figured it out, and nobody that I've talked to has figured out how to run an adventure in 3 hours. So
I think I managed like a 2.5 hour one shot. But that was written by me, and it was exactly like 2 areas, one of which had combat.
Mm-hmm.
So
that makes sense.
And that's what experienced players. Yeah. That's experienced players.
That could be done in a convention environment. That's more designed with the convention flow of.
Yeah, I'll have to share that with you guys sometime. It was a fun little one-shot to write.
Yeah, I feel like if me and Terakeet had more experience under the belt, like, I think combat would definitely go a little bit faster. There's also the, like, difficulty of playing online, where it's just, like, we're trying not to talk over each other. Where it's, like, getting used to that delay in conversation can be a little tough at first. We did good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed myself, and I would gladly land up running for you, or even land up playing in a game if somewhere down the line either one of you decided you want to land up running something. I'm down for it. It doesn't have to be Cypher. It could be anything. I'm jack of trades when it comes to TTRPGs. I play a little bit of everything.
It's I think I'm gonna have to go pick up the book finally and be like, okay, let's learn it just in time for 2nd edition or whatever that other version that you were telling me about's coming out.
Oh, it's just another streamlining. It'll be compatible with the old stuff pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice they have kept continuity. They haven't like invalidated really the old material.
Okay.
They said that 90% of existing material will end up needing no conversion aspect to make it compatible. And when they made the Red Ford book, 90% of the existing material was cross compatible without lining up needing to be adapted to. So they're keeping on the same treadmill that they've lined up walked in the past.
I just hope they figure out something to either fix Masters of the Swarm or remove it, because there's some vague parts to that. I've looked at it, like the Masters of the Swarm focus. It's a little vague in places, but that's it's little quibbly things, the kind of thing that you just talk with the GM about to fix. Whatever.
Yeah, they are going to be putting out a survey to land up a survey for people to give feedback before they launch the Kickstarter of some stuff, so that they can land up taking into account of community ideas of stuff that needs a little bit more fine tuning before they settle into it.
That'll be cool.
Now, as I was joking around, I think when we first started was like, I know Dirt has been telling me for a while, like, you got to play it, and now I have.
It's one of my favorites now, if not my most favorite.
Yeah, it's like I'm glad I did watch that like video of just like the basics of the game. So now I'm like, okay, I can see where this builds off of it, and the tier system as well. I'm like, okay, I am now understanding the basics. So.